Okay, so back on the Mustang. Hopefully this will be the end of it, and we can get this thing running and finally finish this project. This is a project that's been going on for 7 years. Obviously, you know, I haven't been building the car for 7 years, but he's been accumulating parts, and you know, it's been in and out of different body shops and stuff like that. So, but yeah, finally, after all this time, yeah, it's coming to it. So we're coming to the end of it. Right now I have the spark plugs out of it. Also I got the new Hyperspark box, which is not blowing fuses no more. So obviously there was something wrong with the old one internally. But got the spark plugs out of it. Gonna put fluids in it now. I need to put the oil in it. Power steering fluid, coolant, transmission fluid, stuff like that. Obviously fuel. Yeah, actually I forgot about fuel, just thought about that now. So we're gonna get the fluids in it, turn it over, make sure we're getting oil pressure, and then we're just gonna fire it real quick to make sure that she pops off, if you know what I mean. Once we know it fires over, I'll finish making the stainless exhaust underneath, and we will break in the cam and run it in. So yeah, that's the plan for now. I'll show you. I ended up what I did with the inside here. So remember, I don't know if I showed you guys, but anyways, he wanted the switch here. It's pretty much, that's the ignition switch. That's the, what do you call it? The start switch. That's the 2-step. So basically you just click that on. And obviously, you know, you have power to everything. The Holley EFI turns on, radio, little USB charger I put in there. So, and then it's kind of hidden away. I think it's pretty cool. You know, you can drive the car, and you know, it's just, obviously he doesn't smoke, so it was an ashtray there originally, so I think it actually kind of suits it, but looks nice. Yeah, still need to put the interior in it, but yeah, look, it can be started, so that's the main thing. So anyways, yeah, so I'll get the fluids in it now and try to build up oil pressure, and then hopefully, yeah, it pops off and we can hear it fire and do the poppity bangity things and the boom boom shakalaka. So yeah, see what happens. Is my makeup okay? All right. I like to run the 2050 VR1. It's actually a mineral oil. So anyways, this is what we're gonna put in it for now. Jeez, that's tight. And of course that doesn't fit in the hole. Why would that fit in the hole? I have this problem all the time. It never fits in the hole. I should do like a commercial like Valvoline BR1 for champions. I wonder if I tighten the drain plug. I don't know actually. It's very oily. I know everybody's going to say, oh, you should run zinc and this and that, but actually there's zinc on the cam and the lifters when I assembled the engine. So I don't always run zinc. I just make sure that it's a mineral oil that I run when I break it in. So everybody has their own way of doing it. That's me. Another thing I love to run is I always run Lucas. Lucas for champions. No, seriously. So I always run Lucas. I believe in this stuff. Yeah, this goes in everything. If it has an engine, I put this in it. But we won't put this in now. We wait until after we break it in and it's warmed up and heated up and temperature in the engine, and then you add this. But that's just another thing I use. You think there's enough Earl in there now? Or do you think it needs more? You think it takes more than 5 liters or 5 quarts? Almost. Okay. So I think we'll put I think we'll put a little bit more. What do you think? Almost. A little bit more. Okay. That's like 6 quarts. This is it. disconnect the distributor, disconnect the CD box. Okay, so another thing is I don't even know if the oil pressure switch works. I just cleaned up the original one and put it in. But anyways, I think we'll find out shortly. So I'm just going to check the oil to see if there's any leakage or if it's moved. Well, it's going up the dipstick, so it means something in there's moving anyways. That's a good sign, I think. So, yeah, it's like the same as it was. Okay, we'll crank it over again and see. Okay, so okay, so we have oil pressures. So I don't really know if that gauge is calibrated correctly, because I highly doubt they got that much oil pressure just on cranking it over, but it moved, so that has to count for something. So we'll put it up now and I'll see if there's any leakage or anything like that. For some reason I think I actually did not tighten that drain plug, you know that? And what did I tell you? Of course, I didn't tighten the drain plug because, I don't know, I was busy that day. I don't know what I was doing, but it's obviously more important than tightening the drain plug. So. What size do you think that is? 11/16 or something, maybe? Oh, it's not a 3/4. Okay. 3/4 maybe? It's bigger than 3/4. Maybe it's a 13/16. And it's a 13/16. And look at that, fixed it. See that? I think now's a good time to check if I tighten the oil filter. Okay, so that's all tightened. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the oil filter's tight. Okay. Oh, I guess we put it down and put the spark plugs in it and see if it does the sparky bangy thing and pop it boom boom and all that stuff. Hopefully. I think anyways. Oh, and I have to calibrate the EFI system and the Hyperspark, which I completely just now thought of. And I don't have fuel, so I need to go to the petrol station and get fuel. So, or go to the gas station and get fuel. Sorry. Jesus Christ, I don't know what the hell's going on. Actually, I think the oil on the ground that we spilled is like a good one, you know, like pour one out for your homies, you know what I mean? Like one little, so it's like, this is a good thing. Okay, so check the oil level one last time, and yeah, okay, so it's gone down, obviously it's gone down a little bit. There's still enough in it, so. Okay, So we have oil pressure filled with oil, but I need to put the spark plugs back in it, and I forgot obviously fuel, so I need to go get some bang juice, and I'll be back. Alright, so I got the old kerosene, diesel, and hopefully she doesn't have any leaks. Oh. Actually, I think I'm going to put a little bit in it and check, because I welded the hose in the fuel center unit. I just want to make sure it doesn't leak before I put all this in there. My can's leaking. Oh jeez. Okay. It's supposed to be a professional BP can that just leaks everywhere. I think I got more on the floor than I did in the car. I wonder if she'll run on diesel. What do you think? Well, yeah, we have a slight fuel leak, so I think the best thing to do is light up a cigarette and come up with an idea to fix it. I got the little sending unit out whenever, I don't know what happened, but basically got kinked here. I think the O-ring's okay. Just try to put it back on and get it to stay in the slot and put the ring back on it. But all right, so I did the whole, mechanic special, and I took the O-ring and I super glued it into the tank. So hopefully we'll just fit this now, and hopefully there's no more leakage. But I don't know. I think that needs to go directly down. And there we go. So okay. I hope this doesn't leak anymore. Okay. It should be okay, technically. I don't know. I hope so. Yeah. Looks good to me. Okay. I'll get this all cleaned up and then put it down, put more fuel in it, and hopefully it doesn't leak again. So, I don't know. I think it's working. See? Super glue. Works every time. Okay. Where did I put the cap? If there's anybody known for losing stuff, it's me. Found the cap. So okay. Beautiful. That's just beautiful. Now I need to find the cap for this. I don't know where to put the cap for this. Oh boy. Okay. Anyways, we'll come back to that. Okay. Okay. Plug the fuel pump in real quick. I just organized back here, so don't mind it. Anyways, plug the fuel pump in real quick, and then run the fuel pump a couple times to see if it's any leaks anywhere. Okay. You can hear it. Usually if you have a fuel leak, you can smell it, but because we just spilt like, I don't know, 2 quarts of oil or 2 quarts of fuel on the ground, you can't smell anything. You just smell fuel everywhere. Ooh, you can hear the diaphragm in the regulator. You can hear it there, it's getting the pressure. Okay, so let's see if there's any fuel leaks. Okay. If there's any fuel leaks in the back, it's Big Mac because he put this together back here, so. Okay. Well, nothing seems to be leaking back there, so we'll check up front now. The fuel filter's not leaking. It's not leaking on the throttle body. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. So now, okay. Now I'll put the spark plugs in it, put the spark plug wires back on it, and I don't know, hope that it runs, maybe, maybe not. I just need to gap them real quick. So the way that I gapped them is I kind of, that looks about right, so. Okay, so just need to put the spark plug wires back on, and I think we need to program the EFI because I haven't done that yet, and set it up for the Hyperspark. And I need to grab a dipstick out of a 4L60E transmission that I have there, just to plug up the transmission dipstick hole because we're waiting on that to come from Summit. So almost ready to start. That's if it starts. Okay. Put the coil. Okay. Now I need to get a dipstick out of. Look at that. It's basically like factory. Okay. Okay, from home screen, select wizard, follow prompt 7. Okay, so basically it looks like when we do the wizard for the EFI, which I've done 100 times, you just select Hyperspark distributor, and then the magical little doowads do what they do internally. Now we just need to set this thing up. So if you go into actually home and then go to wizard, and then it's a 510 550 510 is the kit that we have. So next it's an 8-cylinder. So next the engine displacement's a 351. So there's 351. Alright, so 351 engine. Target idle, I think for now we'll go for like 750. Oh, sorry, 750. Next, I'm gonna say stockish cam, not really a street and strip. So there's no power additives, and it's a Hyperspark distributor. Okay, next. So wide open throttle timing, do like 30 degrees. I will do, yeah, there you go, 30 degrees. Okay, so now we just have to, I think, yeah, cycle the key. Okay, finished. And then we on. Okay. Now I'm just going to go into the sensors. So that's the wrong screen. Actually, I want this one. Okay, so I just want to make sure TPS is working. Okay. Well, I guess we see what happens, no? Why is it doing that? So I know what the problem is. When I set the distributor back in for the second time, and I what they call phase the distributor. So what happens is you put the distributor in, and basically they have like a clear thing that puts on the cap and rotor to then phase it into the timing that they want it into. It's one cylinder out, if you understand what I mean, because where I originally set it up on the number one cylinder, the spark plug wires then ended up secondly later on a spark plug wire next to that. So I actually need to put them all one back. So yeah, that's what, it's my fault basically. And I didn't think of it. Okay, so basically number one, this is number one. But then what happened was when I phased the distributor in, it actually ended up being, this is number one. So obviously they're one out all the way around. So I need to actually take all the leads off and clock them one back, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I guess I'd get to it now. So, okay. Okay, so I have all these now. I put them one over. So now number one is where it needs to be. So theoretically it should start now. Well, technically, I don't know. I hope anyways. Reboot. Okay. It runs, so I don't know. That's a good thing, I guess. I might run it for a couple of seconds, but not too long. Well, it runs, so need to get the exhaust on it, and then once the exhaust is on it, obviously we can put coolant in it and then break the cam in because it's a hydraulic flat tappet cam. It has to be broken in, can't just let it idle. But anyways, it fires, it runs. That was the whole point of what we were trying to do. Yeah, I guess it's not over yet, but I mean, it runs, so I'm happy. That makes me happy. All right, so we're putting an X pipe in this one when we're doing the exhaust. And so I made this little thing here. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I think that's gonna go about here. And then I cut 2 pieces of pipe and I'm gonna weld the 2 pieces and obviously run them sort of maybe about there, like that. So I think what I'll do is I get the 2 pieces tacked onto here and then put this up here where I want it and then get the 2 headers connected to the X pipe. So yeah, I think that's what we'll start to do next. So I got the piece, this tacked up, so we'll place this in there and then obviously try to get the headers connected to the front of the X pipe. So this is my custom exhaust stand. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good starting point. I think what I'll do is I'll obviously use this to center it and find out where to connect this, and then obviously I think we might have to angle cut these to get these to flare out a bit, but at the moment, it's a good place to start, so. Okay, so I ended up cutting these shorter because it was hitting the drive shaft. So anyways, I have it centered there. Now I just need to connect this to this, and this to this, and then start from there back. So yeah, we'll get to cutting the pieces to make this up. I think we'll start with this side first, maybe. Okay, so took another 45 and then took 170 mil of straight, and then if you have this here, if you look at it there, it's pretty close, but I think what we're gonna have to do is we're actually gonna have to cut this one short with a little bit of a pie cut in it. So I'll mark that now. Yeah, I'll mark that pie cut and then take this off, pie cut it, and then tack that together. Okay, so I ended up cutting these shorter because it was interfering with the drive shaft, which actually I think I've already explained, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, so I have this collector, and then I put this piece in, connect it. So basically I have this side set. So now what I need to do is this collector over here, I need to put a 45 on it, connect it to the X pipe. And then once we get the X pipe connected up here, then we'll continue back further and put the mufflers in it and stuff. But anyways, just, yeah, we're getting there. It's just, yeah, it takes time, and I hate exhaust. Jesus, I hate exhaust. If there's one thing I hate to do is exhaust. All right, well, yeah, look, I haven't been filming as much as I should and updating on the exhaust, but it's coming down to the wire. We have tomorrow will be exactly 1 week and 7 days, and this car has to be at the wedding, so just time's running out, and I'm trying to just finish it. So last night, Big Mac came down. Now obviously we don't have the seats bolted in, they're just sitting there, but we got the back seats in it, got the rear sort of door cards on it. Still need to fit that door card, fit this one. The convertible top is the main issue. You know, the guy was supposed to do it, but then he went on holiday, so we need to figure out somebody to do that. But yeah, look, it's coming along. I think actually I like the peanut butter and the black. I think the peanut butter and the black goes good with the purple. You can kind of see there, but that's just my opinion. And then after me and Big Mac were messing with that all night, while he was actually doing some of that, I ended up making the plate here. So I got it mocked up and I got it fitting sort of the best I could. Yeah, so I'm not too sure. I think I'm going to make some spacers that go in here, and I think I'm going to mount it here, and then obviously it'll be mounted along the grill, but it needs to be trimmed. I left it a little long, so that way as I trim it to fit, you know, you have a little overhang, and then I can trim it nicely. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet. I think I'm going to do like some bead rolling, or I might actually make like some service cutout plates and then cut them out and then put plates that bolt on over that. I haven't decided yet. I'm not too sure what to do, but that's just the plate we made because obviously you could see all the stuff there, and it looked horrible. But anyways, I'm gonna leave that right now because like Big Mac's gonna be back tonight. We're gonna go back on the interior, and I'm gonna jump on and off the front plate. So obviously I'm gonna put the car up now and do the exhaust, because you know, when the car is up in the air, the only thing really to do to it now is the exhaust when it's up. So I'll do that today, and then put the car down tonight, and you know, he can do the interior, I can do the front plate. We can jump back and forth and help each other. So that's it. So yeah, we'll get into the exhaust now, which I hate doing exhaust. I don't want to talk about it, but I have to do it. So I just want to show you where we're at now. Basically, I got this pipe in it to the X, and then I got the X going back, and then last where we left off is I was fitting this pipe. So I got this one mocked up in it, got the X in it, and started back. So now go from here and then go back, mount the mufflers there, one muffler there, and then obviously up and over the rear end, which is always fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. I think it's coming out nice. I hope it sounds nice. So yeah, I guess we'll get to it. So I continued the exhaust back here. I got the two mufflers put in. I got them hanging. I made hangers for it. So now I just need to get it up over the rear end and out the back for the tailpipes, and then take it all off and TIG weld it together. So it's coming together. It's a slow process. So. All right, well, I want to say I'm sorry. I had to put the camera down. I really need to get this car done for the wedding. Today's Monday, and it has to go out on Thursday, so I'm pretty much finished. I need to do the window switches, and that's pretty much it. I actually just need to test drive it now. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to record everything. Putting the car together and finishing it. I was so much under pressure and, concerned with trying to get it done that, yeah, I couldn't film. So anyways, I'll show you, where we got so far. And, so I got the exhaust done. You can see we got the X pipe in it, and then the two mufflers, and we got it to go over the rear end there. It's 3-inch, so it was a tight squeeze. It's a real tight squeeze, but we're able to get it in, and we got it to come out the back. So I think it looks nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can see it's a bit, for 3-inch all the way. Usually with these cars, you might put like a 3-inch tip on it, but the exhaust being 3-inch all the way down is usually, it's 2.5 is usually what you're running. So it was a bit difficult, but we're able to get it in. So this is what we ended up doing with the front. This is that panel that I made. And then he wanted these strut braces back here have the panel that I made in it. And he wanted to try to mimic that with the front and put a little design. So just made a plate with some bead rolling. And yeah, I think it's nice. He wanted the idea of a diamond, which I don't know. I think it works. I like it. I think it's really nice. Kind of, I don't know, like he said, it kind of has like a transformer look, but it looks nice. But that's it. Everything's finished. It runs. I broke the cam in. That's pretty much it. But yeah, we got the interior in it. It's black with like a peanut butter. I think it's actually nice. Yeah, everything works. It's all ready to go. The one thing that we didn't do is, obviously, the top is not on it. We just put this cover because the guy that's supposed to do the top is on holiday. So I don't know if we'll be able to get it done by the time of the wedding, but if it doesn't rain, he can just put that top and it should be fine. So that's it. Now it's a nice day today. So I guess it's time to go test drive it and see what happens. Yeah, I guess we just test drive it. Hopefully it works. Sounds nice anyways, I'll tell you that much. Obviously the weather has changed. It's Ireland, so changes within a second, but yeah, we're ready to drive it. I don't know, it's exciting. This car has been going on for, geez, I think it was 2017 he brought it down to me, or 2018. And I remember when he first brought it to me, I said to him, I was like, you know what, I said, you need to just scrap this whole idea and find a different project to do. But yeah, he said, no, I bought it, I want a convertible, I'm sticking to it. So anyways, we got it finished and we got it put together, so here we are. I can't believe it's finished. So yeah, let's take it for a drive. I just can't believe it. I'm actually driving this car. It's actually crazy. Sounds nice, doesn't it? I actually love the convertible. This makes me want to buy a convertible, actually. It just feels cool. It feels like you're free. And it's easy to say hi. Hey, you can do the how ya. How ya. It's actually nice. It has some nice rumble on it. I like the 3-inch exhaust. I can't believe it's 7 years since this car has been on the road. 7 years, I can't believe this. And I thought that this car would never get built. Nice, the convertible. Jesus. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Jeez. I can't believe this car is driving. Drives really nice though. It's like for a fresh build, actually really nice. It's not the best weather to be driving a convertible. Sounds so nice. Actually, I hate to say this, but I think this is my new favorite Mustang. I hope we have enough fuel, actually. And I hope that gauge is right. But yeah, everything's fine. Oil pressure's good. Temperature's good. Half a tank. Actually, this car makes me happy. The convertible is just unreal. Like, how could you not want a convertible? I think it's like so cool. Even though the weather is not really the ideal weather for a convertible, but it's still really nice. Imagine in the summertime. I can't believe it. A wheel hasn't fallen off. Nothing. I guess maybe I kind of know what I'm doing, sort of. I'm good at guessing, I'll tell you that much. I love the noise. This is great. I want one of these. I really want one. I haven't smiled this much in a long time. Okay, I think we'll try to go back. I gotta get me one of these. Like, you give it a bit of throttle and the wheels just blow off of it. Yeah, I think Simon will be happy. Like, you know, he's waited a long time for it. Everything works, it's all put together. I don't know, I'm happy, so I'm sure if I'm happy, Simon will be happy. Well, I guess we'll go back to the workshop now and call Simon so he can pick up his car. But that was fun. That was a fun test drive. I just love the noise of it. The noise is unreal. Sounds beautiful. Cause I'm free, free fall. I don't know how that song goes. Well, that's it. The car is done. I'm gonna call Simon to come pick it up, and yeah, another build finished, and on to the next one. We have a whole bunch of projects to come. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, comment, and see you guys next time.